play well defense that time. It was number 51, Brad Tipple, a sophomore linebacker, coming over with backside pursuit to put the hit on Gillert and drive him back to the 9-yard line. So a loss on the play, 3rd and long.
You have the opportunity to get a first down, and you're moving the stakes, and a play, a dead ball foul of nonsensical, putting you in a situation again where it's going to be nearly impossible, 3rd and 20-something yards, to get a first down. And not only that, but you're going to have to punt out of the end zone.
High formation on 3rd and long. Hand off to Earl Reese. He gets back to the 10-yard line and makes it back to the line of scrimmage before the loss to Gillert, and that'll bring up 4th and long. So Jason Webster, the punter.
And you definitely, and if you don't, Northern's got to put 10 people on the line of scrimmage and come after this.
And Jason Webster has had 4 blocked this season. As you look at Brian Pinks, number 32, he'll be back to receive the punt, and he's only going back to the Wayne State 35-yard line. And
that might be generous at that point.
Well, most of the punts that we've seen from this part of the field into the wind.
15 yards at the most.
15, 20 yards, something like that.
And we got him coming off the corner, both corners here, folks. So if the snap is low or in trouble, this could be delay a game.
Yep,
sure
it is delay on Wayne State. They were a little slow getting the punt protection team onto the field, and so they'll absorb a 5-yard penalty here. That'll move it back to the 5.
So you're sinking in sand, now you're throwing sand on your head.
This might not be a bad idea for Jason Webster to run around the end zone and just give up the 2 points as opposed to maybe giving up 7 on a block.
Well, if it's a bad snap, that's certainly what you want to do.
Oh, and a high snap, and
he
will back out and concede the safety. Credit that one to the big man in the truck, Harry Hutt, who's calling the shots today, and he called that one. So it becomes 28-9. And a good play as Wayne State continues to lead here in the 4th, 28-9.
How can you tell frozen roast beef? Just taste it. It's dry, isn't it? Freezing takes the juices out. Never at Big Boy. At Big Boy, the new roast beef dinner is fresh, not frozen. And it's slow oven roasted, so it's juicier, more tender.
And you get all the delicious sides you want in the hot and hearty side dish bar. All just $7.99.
Dinner is better at Big Boy because Big Boy starts with better stuff.
Love me tender.
Bud.
Why?
Bud.
Why?
Bud.
Why?
Bud.
Why? Oh.
If you play football, you're going to get dirty. 28-9, Wayne State leading Northern Michigan.
Gosh. I'll tell you what, I don't ever remember playing in a situation like that. We've always was playing on turf to play cold, but not muddy cold.
Well, there you got the mud, you got the cold, you got the rain in the background. You got some mud on the field. And you are looking at Matt Fishburne, the place kicker. He will execute the free kick following the safety.
Excuse me 1 second here,
yes, certainly, Mr. McCults.
But, you know something, I understand it. That's why they took the delay of the game and all that, and they run out of the back of the end zone. But if you have an opportunity to kick the ball, as I said, and you can get it off, even if it goes 10 yards, 15 yards, it goes to the 25. There's nothing saying that they're going to score 7. And at the time, they're going to maybe occupy 2 or 3 or 4 minutes off the clock also. So I don't like the idea maybe of giving points. It's sound thinking. I don't disagree with it, because you certainly want, hopefully now, this guy can kick the ball off and put it down the field over on the other side of 50. But I don't know if you can do that into the wind. And that's my thoughts.
And that's the way Skip sees it, folks. Fishburne with a line drive, and Northern Michigan will have excellent field position taken by the up man Jason Wilkie, a backup fullback, across the 40 to the 39 of Wayne State. Ken Johnson over to make the stop on the play, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for Northern Michigan, and those fans hoping for a Wayne State victory. They have toughed it out.
And here we look at the kickoff again right now. No, it does a nice job keeping the ball low and gets it to the 50, but they run it back to the 40.
And if it gets by Wilkie, it may roll for quite a ways. It would have been an excellent kick if it would have been just a little bit higher, and Horde, under a heavy rush, gets it complete to Heath Garland, and Garland off the slant over the middle loses his footing after taking it to the 37-yard line, so a pickup of a couple.
Surprised we haven't seen this play at all today, except for the 4th quarter, folks. This is the flanker screen where the linemen go down the field and they throw to the flanker coming underneath. Legal play. And what stops him? The elements once again.
Although number 4, Todd Burgess, was there to apply the hit if Garland did not slip down. 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line. There's a toss back, and the ball is loose again at the 40-yard line, but Northern Michigan hops back on it. But even though they retain possession, they lose the down and 3 yards.
And once again, you look at the quarterback, Horde. He looks like he's indecisive whether he's going to hand the ball off or pitch it off. The back doesn't know. They're too far away from each other. In the last second, he throws it, hits off the back at the side of the runner, and puts the ball on the ground.
So Northern waited all this time to get the wind at their back. They have it now with 10:35 to play in the 4th, and they have a 3rd and 10. Off of play action. Horde deep down the middle and nearly intercepted, overthrown. His intended receiver, Jeremy Wilkinson, the redshirt freshman, making a dive at the 26, could not come up with it. It'll be 4th down.
You know, there's 10 minutes left to go in the game, Pete, 10:25. But what is Northern thinking right now? They're coming down here expecting fully to gain a W, and all of a sudden now you're down 3 major scores, and you got an 8-hour bus ride in front of you. That's got to be very difficult.
Coach Eric Holm may make them walk. 4th down and 10.
That might be the better way to go.
Horde. Good protection, being rushed from the backside, and his receiver, Wilkinson, will be dragged down short by Todd Burgess, number 4, and a very, very short route. Burgess makes the stop. 10:17 to play here in the 4th. Wayne State leads it 28-9.
Leon Hochman, OB/GYN, Sinai Hospital. Nancy Rain, ambulatory surgery nurse, Wyandotte Hospital and Medical Center.
At Health Alliance Plan, there's an important service we provide. You won't find it listed anywhere. You will find it on the faces of every HAP physician and medical professional you visit. It's caring about your well-being. It's important because when you feel well, we feel good. Health Alliance Plan, generations ahead.
That's me, Tommy Lasorda, great at communication. That's why I'm proud to be on the MetroCell security team. They're the leaders in communications with security systems for businesses, homes, and vehicles. Cellular phones and pagers, all at affordable prices.
Now at MetroCell Security, get a handheld cellular phone for $0 with Ameritech Cellular Service.
You're safe at home and on the road with MetroCell Security. Call 1-800-LEADER-1.
And we'd like to thank all the fine folks at Detroit 62 CBS for their support, and they're getting a great game this afternoon.
Yes, they are.
So thank you, all of you at CBS 62 here in Detroit, for your support and for your partnership with the Tartar Gridiron Club.
You know something, here was, once again, I got to jump on this Matt Horde. He needs 3rd and 9, and he throws a 2-yard pass with 3 defenders on him. Very bad decision making today.
So the Tartars have it in their own end of the field at the 36-yard line, running from an I formation. The toss to Arnie Gillard. Gillard tries to swing the corner, turns it up to about the 38-yard line, so a pickup of a couple there. And once again, trying to stay inbounds and keep the clock moving. Clock now moving toward 10 minutes, 10:02, 10:01, 10 minutes even now to play in the fourth.
Absolutely. 3 things right now. Hold on in the football, stay in bounds, and move the stakes. That's it. And use up as much time in between plays.
Wayne State looking for their 3rd victory on the season. They endured a 5-game losing streak and had a real rough time and not much offense, but they've had help from all over. The handoff to Earl Reese, the fullback, picks up about a yard to the 40-yard line. In fact, Wayne State coming off probably one of their most discouraging games of the season, losing at Michigan Tech 43-3, giving up 600 total yards.
First loss in how many tries? 13 or 14 meetings?
Let's see, how many different pieces of apparel can you combine to stay warm today? It's not easy. The temperature has dropped significantly, but fortunately the rain has gone away. Had a brief monsoon in the first half.
It certainly was.
3rd and 7 for the Tartars. See if they can pick up the first and move the sticks, and on the option, Frederick rolls, and that was a keeper. It appeared all the way, and he loses a couple, so Wayne State will have to punt it back and into the wind, and you look at the American flag at the other end of the field, Skip, and it is blowing very, very hard.
Well, you know, Frederick has done this now. 3rd and long, he runs for the touchdown. 3rd and an important first before the touchdown, 3rd and long, he kept the football. You go into the well too many times. All of a sudden now you see the wind. Now it's consistent. At least it stayed all in the same direction for a half. It hasn't helped Northern yet, though.
Trying to lead cheers is tough when you've got a wrap on to keep the rain away. You got the gloves going, the long pants, and we have an injured Wildcat.
And you certainly don't want to see that right now. It's pretty much injury-free today.
Saginaw Valley State. Now, is this a final, John? That is not a final. Saginaw Valley State is leading Ferris State 42-40. And that's Brad Tipple, number 51, who's being assisted from the field. But Saginaw Valley State leading Ferris State 42-40. 4 minutes left of the game. Ferris State has a 39-game unbeaten streak on the line.
And here they come. Last snap was a little high on the punt where they took the 2-point safety.
And Jason Webster waiting a very long time, trying to draw him off sides, trying to pick up a few extra yards. And I believe we'll have a delay of game on Wayne State.
Well, you know something, you're trying to keep the clock going, but the clock wasn't going because there was an injury. So taking a delay of the game makes, I don't understand it. But then again, I don't understand a lot of things.
8 minutes.
So I wouldn't understand this either.
8 minutes, 11 seconds to play here in the fourth. Jason Webster, the freshman, back once again to punt. And Northern setting up for the return. They have 8 on the line of scrimmage and a couple of blockers back. Good snap. And the punt.
That's like 7 yards.
Yeah, and they'll mark it out of bounds at the 41-yard line of Wayne State. Tartars lead it 28-9. We'll be right back.
When I get thirsty, I reach for Coke and I drink. I get thirsty, I reach for Coke and I drink.
personal foul penalty on Wayne State, moves the ball all the way out to the 22-yard line. Second down and 4 as we resume action. Horde throwing for the middle and bobbled and nearly intercepted. Intended for Jeremy Wilk.